Hello, I'm Blubbi and welcome to the Yawhg. Beautiful music. Press a direction on a controller or keyboard to select a character. We take every single one, cause we need them. The Yawhg will be here in 6 weeks, and no one expects it. Not a one of us. We just keep on living our lives, week by week, unaware. Oh, lady, you look like a true fighter. You spent a week fighting brutes in the arena. During a match, another warrior's weapon is knocked from their grasp. You barely manage to avoid it. With a sickening crunch, it destroys the knee of a nearby bystander. He accuses you of causing him harm by not stopping the flying weapon. He takes you to the court. I defend myself. You object, but you can't seem to convince the judge. He rules in the plaintiff's favor and orders you to perform community service. A win-win? Unfortunately, the boring task takes a toll on your mentality. Now you go chopping wood. You spent the week cutting down trees for the village. One night, through the forest, you spot a group of cloaked figures all standing in a circle. They're chanting in unison, "O mighty lord of the night, master of beasts, bringer of pain and derision." You accidentally step on a twig, producing a loud cracking noise. They immediately stop chanting and look over in your direction. We fight. You draw your weapon, ready to fight. They all run at you, unarmed, cackling. You cut through them like butter. Each one you slay burns insane mutterings into your mind. You lose your mind. But what a great practice. Oh, lady. Time for a drink. I spent the entire week getting wasted. I've become charming through that though. One day, while in the tavern, a heated argument erupts between two patrons. Soon enough, two fists are flying and everybody seems to be joining in on the violence. We fight. We jump into the thick of the fight and let loose some pent-up rage, You let loose some pent-up rage on some unsuspecting patrons. Can't even read anymore. For real. We fight crime. Spend a week outsmarting and beating up criminals. Gain one mind, one physique, and one finesse. One night, a woman walks up to you. "Excuse me, sir, feeling a little lonely tonight?" she asks. "For only a small amount of coin, I can make you feel good all night." "Hell yeah. I don't have enough money to pay you." She shrugs and walks off. "Bitch." Say the last time it came. The Yawhg devoured houses whole, stole lives, tore families and family members apart. But that was so very long ago. Oh, you're a wizard, lady. Look at that evil smile. You spent a week experimenting with different potion brews. Into magic in one mind. One day you hear cries for help coming from the next room. Running over to investigate, you see that the alchemists there have accidentally created an ooze monster. How do you dispatch the ooze? With magic. You pulverize it into a bottle with an array of magical spells. The alchemists all cheer. What can you do? Let's go. No, elephant. Cute. You spent a week maintaining the plants in the royal garden. One day, on your way home from the park, you come across a golden ring in the grass. Of course I wired. While placing the ring on your finger, orange glowing markings appear on the outside of the band. The markings unravel themselves from the ring and swirl in front of you. They form to what appears to be a fully armored ghost, radiating a beautiful orange lighting. The ghost turns to you and nods before walking away. The ring looks good on you. Can we? Of course we can drink. You spend a week attending fancy gatherings. One day the king approaches you. Excuse me, young lady, but you look like someone who I can confide in, he says. I really want the prince to take over the throne, but the queen and I aren't exactly active in the bedroom. He blushes a little. Do you have any advice on how I could romance the queen, so to speak? Of course, I got a lot of advice. Spent hours drawing a bunch of diagrams and going through scenarios with the king. By the end of it, it's just as charming as you are. He thanks you and hands you a large sack of coins as a reward. Perfect. You hospital patients. You spent a week diagnosing and tending to the sick. One day, the bloodletting leeches somehow escape from their containers. Leeches start flooding into the hallway. There are people screaming everywhere as leeches slither towards them. Somebody, do something, says one of the doctors. Use yourself as bait. You start taunting the leeches to lead them back into their containers. The leeches swarm all over you. You are subject to a vicious series of bites before leeches get bored and take off. You lose to physique. The leeches make their way out of the hospital, end up infesting all of the nearby waterbeds. Whoopsie. It was on us, in a heartbeat, or so the stories go. The earth shook, the air went. Still. What can you do? Magic worked fine, I believe. Yes, Bruce again. One day you hear one of the alchemists shout, Eureka! You look over to see what he's done. You spot a small, previously dead ferret come to life. I figured out the antidote to death, the alchemist exclaims. The undead ferret lets out a horrific noise and lumbers about slowly. Praise the Lord. That's amazing, you say, slightly discomforted by the ferret's presence. You didn't hurt the alchemist's feelings. One charm. You go hunting. You spend a week hunting defenseless critters. One day, you decide to take a bath in the river. When you get out of water, you notice that you have covered in leeches everywhere. Panicking, you quickly pluck them off. You feel faint. You lose one physique. Where did these bloody leeches come from? Seriously. Tavern. Time for drink. One day, an impromptu drinking contest is held. You down a pint after pint, drinking as if your life depended on it. You end up blacking out. When you come to, you find yourself in a home you don't recognize and only your underwear. Your clothes are nowhere to be found, and you seem to be the only one home. What happened? Probably won. Where can you raise havoc this time? Slums again. One day you notice a man drawing water out of a well. Suddenly, leeches begin pouring out of the well, cover the man from head to toe. They start making their way towards you too. What do you do? Lure them again. Start taunting the leeches to lead them back into the containers. With great skill, you manage to avoid the leeches' fangs. You then lure them back into the well. Quick thinking. Well, you learned. Then the world was a howling fury. Chaos. Screaming. The sound of all we knew being pulled in half. Sounds fancy. No, I want a garden. Now let's do paperwork in the palace. One day you hear somebody shouting something in the hallway. There's a bomb in the palace, they scream. There's a mass panic as people try desperately to escape the palace wall. Waiter's helmet. You run deep into the castle, trying to figure out where the explosives are hidden. Manage to find them in a wine cellar, disguised as a barrel of wine. The bomb appears to be on a detonator that is controlled by powerful magic. Using your arcane knowledge, you quickly manage to figure out how the bomb works. Take the detonator apart cautiously. You save the palace. The king rewards you handsomely. Beautiful. You go fighting. One day, in between matches, you stumble upon one of the higher-ranked fighters ingesting illegal strength potions. "Please, sir, don't report me," she cries. "Oh, I'll even share some of my potion with you if you keep quiet," she adds. Of course. "Thank you so much." "Thank you so much for not reporting me," she says while handing you her flask. Take a small smack of potion and can feel your muscle expand significantly. Beautiful. Well, bald doesn't work. Let's meditate. Wake in deep meditation. One day you spot a man drinking water from out of a pond. Suddenly he screams. Look over to find him covered in leeches. What do you do? Get out of there. You make a break for it and get to safety. Good. Bye well. Couldn't read the rest. Fuck. Fight crime again. One night you hear a woman whisper at you from nearby. "Hey you, looking to make a bit of a coin?" Always need money. She signals for you to go into the alleyway with her. "Come closer," she says. "Nobody else can hear what I am about to tell you." Leaning close, eager to learn how you'll be earning this coin. She presses herself right up against you, moving her lips slowly towards your ear. Suddenly, she bites your neck, viciously. Blood pours from the wound. She clings to you tightly, lapping it all up. You black out. When you come to, see her standing over you. "Thanks," she says, tossing you a couple of coins. "Yeah, you won well for that." She then melts into the shadows. You feel your neck, you notice your wound has healed completely. But your body feels ice cold. 3 charm. -3 physique. When it arrives, this time, how will we fare? Will we once more rebuild? Move on? Be strong? Or have we forgotten? Well, alchemy tower it is. You're a wizard. One day while in the tower, one of the alchemists asks you to watch his potion while he's out. Soon after he leaves, the potion begins bubbling out of control. If you don't do something soon, it'll explode. Drink. You quickly drink the potion. Your stomach acid seems to have quelled the potion's fury. Begin to magic. Wood. One day you hear a howl nearby, followed by the rustling of leaves. We fight. You raise your weapon, ready to fight whatever it is out there. A blow leaps onto you from the bushes and knocks your weapon from your hands. You throw a beast off of yourself and make a run for it, and get away safely. 1 physique. And it was close. Drink? Yes. For the first day of the week, when you walk through the tavern doors, everybody cheers. Apparently during your last drunken outing, you were a party animal while you blacked out. Legend spreads of your party hard spirit. Yeah, you were bitten. Let's tend to patience. You're a vampire now. Over the course of the week, you've noticed your skin become paler and your teeth sharper. You notice that whenever you talk, everyone nearby hangs on your every word. You also feel more frail, gaunt than you used to. One day, you notice a woman tilting her head back, brushing her hair, exposing her veins. Those bloody veins, her neck fully exposed. Can even see a vein or two. Delicious. Before you know it, you're coated in blood with a mangled form in front of you. There are dozens of people around. They're all filled with delicious nectar. Next few hours are a blur. Wake up the next day in bedsheets soaked with blood that's not your own. Look in the mirror and you notice your skin has regained its color and that your teeth have dulled. The Yawhg. It's almost here. Almost. Nope. One last time. One day an artificer stops by for a visit. She's adorned with magical gadgets. and gizmos and is followed everywhere by Clockwork Spider. The alchemists of the town all go out of their way to impress the artificer, offering her an array of potions and elixirs. However, as she leaves, she turns to you and says, "You, I like you." She offers you a choice of one of her trinkets. Clever thoughts. The ring grants you its remind. The alchemists are jealous. Ah, great. Let's hunt that animal. One day, you stumble upon a gigantic, moss-covered stone. It pulses with magical energy. What you do? Well, you get real close. Like, really close. Go close and like... completely over it. Lick it. The stone's magical energy shoot into your body. Gain more magic. Always works. No. The hospital is completely destroyed. Great. One day you overhear the jester tell joke to a group of people. Everyone lost, but you didn't understand the joke at all. We figured it out on our own. Several hours later, you figured it out, and a small chuckle is had. All that thinking gave your mind a workout. Game on mind. Oh, body. Time to fight crime again. One night, a small child approaches you with his hands cupped outstretched towards you. Doesn't say anything, but just looks up at you. Wide eyes, waiting expectantly. Yeah, here you go. He thanks you and walks away. Oh, he eats bread. He sees you and smiles. Feel good about yourself. I gain a lot of stuff. Storm arrives in the night. By the morning, it still rages. For 3 full days, the tempest puts us through a grinder, drowns us, crushes us, ruins us. But then it ends. We see the graveyard our home has become. Our home. Does anything yet live? Is it, are we, past saving? You're probably the conjurer. You're magical. You take it upon yourself to conjure up supplies for the town. With your magic you summon supplies of the highest caliber. With little effort, you're summoning high quality lumber and food from out of nowhere. This helps rebuilding efforts significantly. And you're a builder. You take it upon yourself to help rebuild the town by hand. You rebuild homes, breakneck speed, pressing the rest of the survivors. This helps rebuilding effort significantly. Town drunk or leader? Let's try leader. You'll love me. You take it upon yourself to be the leader of the survivors. You expertly delegate and prioritize tasks, give motivating speeches and act as an effective mediator in disputes. Significantly. And you can be the town drunk. You scavenge together as much alcohol as you can and drink excessively. Gain 2 physique and 1 charm. Happy end. And so, we set out about our tasks, once more living our lives, this time in a way we might never have expected, or even wanted. But in the end, it was a struggle, but a struggle we never abandoned. Though our home had been stripped apart, we did not let it languish. Whether we succeeded or failed, we did our best. Who knows if the Yawhg will visit us again? Who knows if we will ever be, can ever be, ready for it? But this looks promising. Like a victory. While the town is being rebuilt, you spend more and more time in the alchemy tower. Your potion brewing abilities quickly become amongst the best in the world. Your elven mana potions are considered world-class delicacies, with people venturing far and wide to buy them. But you never learn how to brew a love potion. That's sad. While the town is being rebuilt, you decide to move out into the woods. You become the friendly local lumberjack and fashion yourself a log cabin. Spend most of your days chopping down giant trees, carrying the logs to the town gate. You You make friends with the dryads of the forest and spend every weekend at their wild river parties with the leeches. All in all, you'll lead a good life. Perfect. The Yawhg traumatized you deeply. Despite everything starting to be okay now, something was snapped. Maybe it was witnessing a baby floating face down in the water. Maybe it was when you found a man skewered on a fence, still squirming slightly, his eyes an empty void. Perhaps it was when you saw a group of kids that were trapped in a school and resorted to eating their rotten teacher's corpse. Whatever it was, you can't help but drink. You drink so much, you're not entirely sure what is real, what's an illusion. One day you look into a mirror and your eyes are empty, hollow, black. That's sad. The Yawhg changed you, probably for the better. With the town being rebuilt, you eventually decide to take a role as a doctor in the hospital. There you make friends with another doctor. The two of you do everything together, you're inseparable. Eventually you even decide to get an apartment and live with each other. Then your friend gets married and everything changes. His spouse has to move away to a new town and your friend follows. You try to keep in touch by mail, but the letters start to come less and less frequently. You try to fraternize with the other doctors. Well, they're all nice people and nothing can compare. That was the Yawhg. Hope you enjoyed, and let's see what our next adventure will be. Toodly doodly.